What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You Ain't Got a Lot podcast. I'm your co-host, two-way Jason, aka JCHD.
And it's your boy F Money and Money for Short. How's everybody doing today? We're excited to have this conversation with you all. We got a lot to talk about. I have, a theme that I want to talk about that I go to every time in the beginning of May. And I think you all will enjoy this topic and all these topics.
Yes, so Money's going to talk about his yearly crawfish boil he attends with a couple of friends he met through his company that he works for. Then we're going to get into the NFL draft recap. We're going to give our opinions on how we think our teams did respectively. And obviously, we got to finish it off with some playoff basketball. 3 game sixes tonight, so we definitely got to hop into them, and it's going to be a real lot of fun. So before we get started, Money, is there any charitable events you want to mention?
No, I'm about to go to, My Socks Daily. Donate.
All right, let's get into it. So first topic is the yearly crawfish boil held and hosted by the one and only Jay. Tell us about it, Money.
Okay, so I go to a crawfish boil every year with my buddy Jay. He has these cups for everybody. This is 2023. This is 2024 right here for everybody. And this is 2025. I have to show y'all the 2026 cup. His daughter is the one who usually designs the cups. And I'll say,
is that all you eat?
Yes.
Okay.
He encourages you to take it home. Also, I would like to have a very special shout out to our our designer. He did the background for us, Forge Beck. Thank you for the man. We enjoy it, and I really appreciate you for doing that.
Yes. So, anyways, tell us about it, Money. Why is it significant to you?
Okay, so I get there, and Jay has this punch, man. I'm gonna say this, bro. Don't drink it. Don't drink the doggone punch, bro. I remember one time.
You tried it?
I tried it, bro. One time they upped it so good because they got a little bit of liquor in it. So I was like, let me try a little bit of it. But I had to stay extra to make sure I could drive back home. You couldn't even taste the liquor, bro. Bro, you couldn't even taste it. I had a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's how strong it was. Somebody was like, "Nah, there ain't enough in there. Let me pour a little bit more." Doggone spike. Normally, I don't drink it, bro. But I tried it that one time because he's like, "Bro, you got to try a little bit." So I got a little bit, man. I was like, "Nah, man." Me and Brian have vowed to not drink that drink. We vowed not to drink it no more, bro, because he didn't got us. Okay, I'll say another thing is I help him with tossing the crawfish and everything on the table. It includes crawfish. It's like a seafood thing. It includes crawfish. It includes mushrooms. You got potatoes. He has corn. One year he has some crabs. Man, it's delish, man. He there's 3 different types, bro. It's the normal, it's the hot, and the last one, bro. The very hot.
I never understood people. Like, I understand a little spice. I've actually developed a palate to where I can handle spice, more so than my formidable days. But like certain places, like, oh, get the atomic hot. It's like it just burns the burn. Like, why are we just blowing our palates for a reason? Like, I never understood that.
It's not that hot, bro. It's not that hot. Okay, I'll just say it's not that hot.
Speaking of hot, this is completely off topic. Have you ever had the carbonara ramen?
No, I have not.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. You gotta try it, bro. You're gonna have to try it, bro. Either you come up here and I can prepare it for you, bro. Because I'm not sure what stores you can get it from. Maybe Publix will have it because our local grocery store has it here. So maybe Publix have it. But anyways, yes, it's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. But the thing is, Money, the flavor's there. The flavor is there. It's spicy as hell, but the flavor's there. But I'm sorry, continue.
Okay, I'll say it's like how you asked, is it all you can eat? Yes. Jay even asked us to take some home. That's how much he has at the
Nice.
house. Like he'll drop it, like he'll get it's like a those big old iron pots. Okay, he'll cook it outside and he had a big iron pots and dump it on the table. He has enough for 2 tables. And
Oh wow, okay.
it's every man for themselves at that point. I had me a
Where does he
plate
get it from?
from Louisiana.
So he goes and catches it himself?
No, he gets a ship.
Okay.
Jay's from Louisiana.
And I think for the record, I think that's dope as hell that he does that, man. Like, he's not from Florida. And one thing, when you talked about this before, like, we can't stand people who go to different places and then try to, crap on the place they're at. Like, bro, the big people who do that a lot is New Yorkers. New Yorkers will move to Florida and they'll try to crap on Florida, like, oh, Florida ain't this, Florida ain't that. And it's like, bro, then go back to New York. Nobody asked you to be here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope that he moved to Florida for whatever his reasons are. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to start something here. Because he started a tradition that I'm assuming a decent amount of people turn up to. And
Yes.
I'd like to believe that you care about all these people there. So I think that's extremely that he started this tradition.
Yes, he started.
Jay has invited me. I remember it was either on social media he said something or it was on the channel itself. But he did say I need to pull up. Next year, you have my word, I will be there. 100%.
It's in May, bro.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Okay. Grace even went with me 1 year, bro.
Nice.
You want to tell you how that went?
How was
Jay and Brian would joke with me. I met Jay through work. He worked in collections, and Brian, he worked in Cash App with me. I'll say Jay and Brian will always joke with me. They're like, where's your wife? Is she made up? Grace asks, how was it? Grace, it was great. It was amazing. Everybody would always joke with me and say, hey, is she made up? She a figment of your imagination? Because Jay worked with my sister-in-law.
Mm.
And he even invited her. So, I'll say he invites a lot of people. Grace came with me that 1 year, like I said, and she had a good time. I don't think she really indulged too much in her crawfish, but she talked with people and sat back and relaxed.
Hey, bro, it was a period of time people started to think, your wife wasn't real, bro, because you wouldn't take her places. It's like, bro, where's your wife at? Oh, she at the house? It's like, you sure? You sure that's a real woman? Like, is this someone tied up in your basement, bro?
You see, she enjoyed it.
Tell us about Jay. Tell us about Jay and the type of person he is.
Jay, I'll say Jay is he's a fun-loving person. He, tries to include everybody. To really get Jay mad, because Jay was in the I have to tell a little bit about Jay. We say, Jay, thanks for your service, because Jay was in the armed forces.
Okay, yes, definitely. Thank you for your service, Jay, 100%.
And we appreciate him and his wife. They host it every year. Jay's a fun-loving guy. He looks out for others and everything. And due to me working in Cash App and him working in collections, we got to know each other. And we always looked out for each other. He always knew if I had a client, he'd hit me up and be like, hey, bro, what's going on? Or hit me up with a backup. And, he already knew he was going to get a response from me. So through that, we eventually got closer. He was like, bro, come to my crawfish boil when we started working at home. And I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Because we had a tradition where me, him, and Brian would meet up and hang out every month, every few months. We've done plenty of things. Like Jay had some smash burgers for us with the bacon and all that stuff, man. We loved it, man. And he invited me and Brian over and everything. And he joked with us. He's like, do not have more people moving to Wesley Chapel, because Jay lives in Wesley Chapel. So it's like a hop and a skip, about 30-minute drive. And he just, looks out for everybody. He has fun. And, he's a type of person who, wants to include everybody. He checks on everybody. Hey, are you good? This, and that. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I wish Jay was watching it this time, because I could tell you the story. The first time I went to the Crawfish Bowl, Jay needed me to help him with something, right? And I got up and I hit the light with my head, and I broke the light.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what he does every year? He sends in our group chat with me, him, and Brian talking about his daughter made a lamp, a light that's called Flint Memorial Light. That's I wish I would have posted it on here, but he put that every year. He's like, bro, you know what time it is? He is in the light. I'm like, oh man,
This is a random light. That's crazy.
No, because he has it. He has it. Actually says, Flint Memorial Light.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna send it to you later. But yes, he sends it to me every year. We laugh about it and everything. And I thought after that happened that year, I was like, he ain't gonna invite me back over. And he was like, bro, it's cool. He's like, you were trying to help out. It wasn't malincontent. And the funny thing is, after that, he changed the whole setup of the light. So that doesn't happen to anybody else.
Well, that's good. Look at you creating innovation, my boy.
Let me ask you this. So you seen the picture, right? Of the crawfish and everything. What do you think about it? Would you be willing to try the crawfish? Are you an adventurous person, or you're like, I don't know?
Oh yeah, for sure. When it comes to food, man, I want to try everything food wise at least once, And I've never had crawfish, so I don't know how to eat them. So you have to show me how they eat it. I think with crawfish, I always feel like these little things, like, is it really that much meat in it? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Because it is. We might as well go get 10-pound crab legs and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? But people who eat crawfish, they always like, oh yes, this, that, and the third. So I'm definitely open to trying some. Like I said, next year I will 100% be there if the invite is still there, of course, from Jay.
I'm gonna call him and tell him later. Hey, you can just drop by and you can go together. But yeah, he enjoys it, man. He has like so many different people over, and it's gotten to the point that we know each other. We're like, hey, how's it going? And we just start talking about work and everything. I remember I would talk with him about the podcast, and they'll look at it and check it out and stuff. It's a whole bunch of different people. I don't know how Jay met all these people, but he met a lot of people. His wife is really, really nice too. She sits back and she eats the crawfish with us. His daughter, she eats the crawfish with us too. His son, he be chilling. He have a few, but he be chilling. And I'll say it's a great time. We got pictures and everything from all our crawfish boils and stuff. I'll have to show you.
That's dope, man, for sure. Anything else you want to add to it?
I'll say for anybody who wants to know how crawfish is, it's hard to describe the taste because it's a different taste. It's really good though. I'll say.
So you don't think it tastes like crab?
No. I'll say
okay.
More
fishy.
More fishy, yes. I can't describe it because I was like, it don't taste like shrimp either. It's just it's a new taste, and it depends on how they season it and everything. But Jay, he throws it in there and seasons it, man. Hey, dude's a master chef with that crawfish and that whole bowl, man. I'll be grabbing my mushrooms and my corn, man. I'll be having me a good time. I have me a plate because I try to be a respectable dude. Everybody else is. Because
are you like doing the old school? You remember back when kids, you had the cookout and you got your knees together holding your plate and you get
Yes, because when he comes in, he just dumps it on the table and he has like a little thing and everybody just grabs and eats their stuff, and then they had a little powder they throw. I have my little plate like trying to be respectful with it and everything. And it's a good time every single time I come.
Okay.
All right. I'll say anything else you want to talk about it, or you good on that?
No, I mean, hey, as long as you're good on it, we can move on.
Okay.
Our next topic, we're going to hop into the NFL draft. We got to recap how our teams did. We got to talk about what the Panthers went out there and did. We got to talk about the Dolphins went out there and did, and we briefly talked about the first round. No, we didn't briefly. We went thoroughly in depth in the first round. So I was right about Caden Proctor going to the Dolphins, but we're going to let Money give his. You got the list of players you guys took?
Yes, I do. I actually made sure
Okay,
to
so
write that down before we did the podcast.
Money's gonna go through the entire list of the players they selected, and he's gonna give his opinion on them. So the floor is yours, Money Man.
Okay.
Yes, he puts his goggles on.
Whatever. Hey, I have to put on my smart guy stuff. Okay. So in our first round, we took Proctor from Bama, and we took Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State. I'm not going to talk much about those because we already had a conversation regarding those.
Correct.
Do you want to hear my favorite pick first, or do you want me to break down all the picks?
Break them down.
Okay. In the second round, we took Jacob Rodriguez. And so when we took that pick, I'm like, okay, we're drafting a linebacker. You know, he also played quarterback and wide receiver and stuff on the scout team. So he's a very versatile guy. He's fast. He runs a 4.5. And guess who some of his mentors are? Brooks. Brooks went to Texas Tech with him. Texas Tech like him. So Brooks has been one of his. And I heard he was getting mentored by, I think, Zach Thomas. So I'm like, wow, he was meant to be a Dolphin. You know?
Yeah. Some time people in this area.
And so I'll say, looking at that pick, I love it, bro. I love it, love it, love it. I love that pick. Was it my favorite pick? We'll have to talk about that later. But I'm like, we got a fast, instinctive linebacker. Everybody thinks he was the best linebacker in the draft, pure linebacker. And they were projecting him to go the first round. So I was like, okay, let's get this going.
Yeah, I had CJ Allen above him on my board.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
He's
not a bad pick, though. He's not a bad pick, though, for sure.
Turnover machine, bro. I like it. I think he's going to be the future of our linebacking core. Okay. We have to talk about the questionable picks. In the third round, we took Caleb Douglas from Texas Tech. Did you ever get to watch tape on him, or you weren't able to?
No, I didn't get to watch tape on about him.
Okay.
What position he plays?
6'3", wide receiver, runs a 4.3. I'm going to be honest with you, Jay. Watching him, you know how everybody who runs a 4.3, they just jump off the tape with that speed, right? He didn't do that for me, bro. He played another fun fact about him, he played quarterback in high school. But he didn't just jump off the tape for me, bro. I looked at it and I was like, fast. Yes, he didn't play fast. He was fast, but didn't play fast. I'm like, maybe he shows that in the NFL. We'll have to see, but
everybody fast in the NFL, though, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he had a few routes that he had burned somebody, but he didn't look the fastest on the field, like you would expect running that fast. So I'll say, when we made that pick, I was like questionable, like, what is going on here? You know, there's much better receivers on the board. And then this pick had me shaking my head. We took Will, and I'm not going to even try K. I'm not going to even try to say his last name because I'm going to butcher it bad, from Ohio State. And he was a blocking tight end. You're Googling it, ain't you? Because you know I'm going to butcher the crap out of his name. And so
bro, you should know how to say his name. You should Dolphin, bro. You learn how to say Noah Igbenogany. I can't even say it right now.
Noah Igbenogany.
There you go. You learn how to say his name.
Bro, he was first round pick. I had to say his name. But we took Will K. It's Kakmek or whatever, something like that. We took him from Ohio State. He's a blocking tight end. I'm like, what the heck? We're taking a blocking tight end high? Like, what's going on here? You know, because he didn't have no blazing speed. He was just a blocker. He's like a H-back. You know, what? For everybody who don't know what an H-back is, we'll call it like a tight end / fullback hybrid. You know, so you don't need a fullback. And then my favorite pick of the third round, we took that boy Chris Bell, and I was excited. I love that pick, bro.
Yeah. He has a high ceiling, a lot of potential.
Guess who they compare him to?
Who?
A player that's on a trading block.
A player that's on AJ Brown?
Yeah. Bro, he jumped off the screen to me, bro. When he's strong and fast. Like I literally seen him catch a 30-yard pass and take it to the house against Miami. And you know Miami's not a slow team.
Right.
And bro, he's explosive. They said that if he didn't get hurt, he would have been a first-round pick. So I'm excited about this. I think he has the potential to be the best rookie wide receiver in the draft class. That's just me. And to be honest with everybody, we took 3 rookie wide receivers. Okay, I haven't come up to the final one, but I think he will be the best. He's 6'1", 6'2", 227. So you know he's going to be out there. Dudes ain't going to want to tackle him, bro.
No.
And they say he runs 18 miles. He was running 18 miles per hour on a treadmill. The only reason why he failed is because he tore his ACL. They say 18 miles is what, a low 4.443, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So he didn't run a 40, but I think he'll run a 4.3. And I have high hopes for him, man. I have high hopes for him. In the 4th round, I actually like these picks. We took Trey Moore, linebacker from Texas. This is we've taken a decent amount of players from Texas in this draft. And Trey Moore, I think is going to be a baller, bro. Like, my thing is, I think he's going to have to play edge. And I'm like, he's athletic, bro. He runs a 4.5. He's about, 6'3", 6'4", and he's about 250. So he's a big, bigger guy. And I think he has the ability to help Chop Robinson, because Chop Robinson might potentially be looking like a bust. He's an athletic freak, but we need that production on the field. And then another linebacker we took, Kyle Lewis from Pittsburgh. I heard reports saying that he played safety, a little bit of safety. So I'm like, hey, we got a linebacker that can guard tight ends, man. That's what we've been needing. So I'll say I like the 4th round picks, and then we come to the 5th round, bro. We take Michael Taft from Texas. This is our run of our Texas players. How do I feel about this draft pick? He had the All-American honors and everything, but he didn't have nothing that jumped off the page to me. He's a smaller guy, around 6 foot. He's decent size, but he has decent speed. I'll say he's just maybe instinctive, but to me, he was not my favorite 5th round pick. You want me to talk about my favorite one, or you want me to go in order where they drafted? My favorite one, I do not know how to say his name, but it was Sador Terror from Mississippi State, bro. This is the vertical tight end I've been running. He ran a 4.5. He has good size, and I think he has potential, man. We've been needing a vertical threat for the tight end. I've been calling for it, and Miami said, hey, we hear you, and we go draft this guy.
I mean, Miami had plenty of chances to go get a tight end. They could have got Sadiq, the fastest tight end ever. They could have got Stover, and then they took a blocking tight end in this, 2nd round you said it was? 3rd round?
Mm-hmm. We had 3 third-round picks. 3.
So
I'll break it
remember
down.
This guy, he gives me Elijah Higgins vibes. The main difference is Higgins was a wide receiver converted to tight end, but
you know what's funny,
Jay?
Jay?
Gives me Higgins vibes.
We drafted Higgins too.
I know.
Just for him to go to another team. That's why you made that comparison. I see. But I'll say, I think he has potential. He's going to get a chance to play. Who else is going to start? Who else are they going to start over him, bro?
No, that's true.
Because Waller's gone. Everybody else they have is going because, they got rid of and they also got rid of their fullback, Ingold. So he's going to have time to play and, block. And I think he's going to be a good development piece. And then we got, in the 5th round, we got Kevin Coleman Jr., wide receiver from Missouri. A lot of people are thinking he's a steal. I don't know too much about him, but I don't think he looks better than Chris Bell, is what I've been looking at. I like that size. Me and you like size players. And Kevin Coleman, to me, if you look at receivers, right, it seems like Douglas and Bell are the outside receivers, and Coleman is like a slot receiver. He's 5'10", so a little bit shorter. So that's what I think he's going to be as our slot receiver. And Malik Washington, but watch out, bro. He might be in his position took, bro. That was one of your favorite players, man.
Yeah,
You
he was
know?
definitely one of the few bright spots for Miami last year.
Yes. And I like Theo Weiss. I think he was a playmaker to me, bro. Quinn Ewers was hitting him and passes. And I'm gonna break down the last two picks. We got DJ Campbell, guard from Texas. I don't know much about him. You know, Jay and I, we really just, I'll say after the third, fourth round, we really don't pay attention as much unless the players have crazy measurables. And then in the seventh round, we took Max Edge from Iowa. I was like, you know, it seemed like a development piece. I feel like, you know, in the seventh round, you take your freaking natures. You take players that you look at on the board, and to me, he had good stats, but he didn't have no freaking major potential. I think you probably could have picked him up as a UDFA at this point because he's what 6'5", 270 something and runs like a 4.7. We're like, okay, that's cool, but there's other freaking natures on the board. You could have took the guy that Philly took, the guy that me and you were bragging about, the 6'4" defensive tackle from Nigeria. Freaking nature. So I'll say, based off the draft, I'll say my favorite pick is Chris Bell. That's my favorite pick, bro. I've been calling Jay. What have I been calling for with Miami?
Money has wanted a big physical receiver for the longest. It got to the point where Money was like, he don't even got to be fast. Just be over 6'3", 6'3" or taller. That's all I want. And now he has his guy. Now, hopefully he performs. We don't know how well he's going to perform. We may be on here 6 months from now. Money be like, he's terrible. Cut him. So we'll see.
If he's terrible, hey, we get to go get my boy.
Just low enough. I mean, it's rumors out there circulating saying he want to come back home. He said he want to come back home because they asked him, like, would you enter the portal? He was like, man, I was offered millions of dollars to enter the portal, especially by, you know, he's like Miami. Miami wanted him to come back. He said, but only way I'll go home is when I put on the Dolphins jersey. So he wants to go back to Miami as a Dolphin. He doesn't want to go play for the Canes. So all you Miami Hurricane fans is dead. All right. He's leaving after his junior year. He made it clear he's going back to Old State, and he that's it.
So I'll say I'm gonna say at the beginning, if they didn't make all these other picks, I would have gave it a C-, because I was so disappointed in the Douglas and the tight end pick and Will.
And say it, Proctor. You didn't like the Proctor pick.
I didn't like the Proctor pick either. I'll be honest with you. I wanted Bain. But I'll say
there's a lot of players on the board you could have went with. A lot of good players on the board.
Hey, Jay,
I had Proctor late for y'all at least. At least I had Proctor. Y'all taking him late.
If you're Miami.
Huh?
Who would you have taken if you're Miami?
Shoot, man. You need so much help on that offensive side of the ball. I feel like you got to go receiver. You don't have any receivers. Bring in somebody to help. Or you go Kenyon Sadiq, a tight end. At least that way next year you can go get your actual receiver that everyone wants.
Yeah.
And Sadiq's in year 2 of the system. And then you get Proctor late. I think Proctor would have been there late in the draft. I don't think anyone had him as high as they did.
You know what? Armstead for the Dolphins actually, former Dolphin Armstead also said that a lot of teams really wanted him. That's why the Dolphins.
Proctor?
Yes. He said he heard from a lot of offensive line coaches. So I'll say I have to trust his sources because I know he's way more plugged in than we are.
Yeah, that is true.
From being a former NFL player, and he even volunteered to, take Proctor under his wing. Like the big things that they didn't like about Proctor was like Jason Whitlaw. How do you feel about him?
He's another brother with a microphone. What about him?
Jason Whitlock said that it's too many red flags. He got a grill. He got chains on at the draft. He's like,
we're not talking about football anymore. Like, that's irrelevant, man.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, the dude sounded happy. I don't care
Lamar
about
Jackson was on the field with 1,000 diamonds in his mouth.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about none of that. What is he going to do on the field?
We're not talking about football no more, man.
Yeah, I didn't care about none of that. What is he going to do on the field? That's what I care about.
As
I
long
don't
as
care
he
about
ain't beating women or touching
yes.
kids when he's not playing football, I really don't care what he does.
I agree. And I thought when he made those comments, I'm like, bro, that's irrelevant, bro.
It's
A
irrelevant.
lot of NFL players got gold in their mouth or diamonds
Yeah.
in their mouth, and they got chains. You know, Jason Whitlock went like who else? Lamar, he went like Justin Jefferson. There's a
All
list.
studs, by the way.
Yeah.
All studs, top 3 at their position, guys. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So I didn't care about none of that. I really, if I could grade this draft, I would give it a B. I would give it a B, bro. The only reason why I didn't give it a B plus is because I think that tight end was a huge reach for a blocking tight end. That's my big thing. Like, I understand you took Douglas, and I even heard Steve Smith talk about Chris Bell. He's like, bro, this dude's a dog. He was like, Chris, Steve Smith loved Chris Bell. So, he has a good track record with receivers. I think he needs to be a receiver coach.
Huge, yeah.
That's what he needs to be, but a receiving coach for a team. You think he'll go back to the Panthers?
I don't know. I mean, he's still involved with the organization. Whenever they have something and the alumni come, he definitely always shows up. So I don't think he wants to coach, though. I don't think that's in the gym. But he's breaking down film, so I don't see why he wouldn't want to coach. It's like with Gruden. People be like, oh, does Gruden really want to coach? Yes. If a team offer Gruden the head coaching job, he's taking it. So I don't know. I agree with you. I think it would be a good coach.
Okay.
So you ready to hear some new Panthers, man?
Yes, I'm ready to hear, bro.
All right. So first round, we took Mauro Freeling, the offensive tackle from Georgia. We already talked about it, so I'm not really going to touch too much on it. All I'm going to say is I like the pick. We need to beef up the offensive line. In the second round, this one was a little surprising because I don't think our interior defense line was bad, but the fact that we had cut, I want to say it was Travell Wharton we cut, and then someone else asked to be released, we had to go get a defensive tackle. Lee Hunter, a lot of people had him as the second best or even third best defensive tackle in this draft. He was very impactful to be a part of that Texas Tech defensive team. I really like that pick.
What's his playing style? Is he a pass rusher? Is he a run stuffer?
He's a run stopper. He's a run stopper, and he pops off the field. He plugs the hole exceptionally well. And I think him learning from Derek, I think that'd be awesome, man. So I really like that pick. Round 3, we went out to get another receiver. I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, like we're chasing receivers. I still feel after going back-to-back first-round picks on wide receivers, we shouldn't have went. I don't think we should have went receiver until like maybe the 4th round, if that. Because I do like our receiver room. I still think Xavier Legette, we shouldn't give up on him because we spent a first-round pick on him. Give him until his option. Up. Exactly. We traded up to get him. So give it until his option before we just say we're done with him. And then we also, we got Jimmy Horn. I really like him a lot. He's going to rotate in the slot position with Mechie, depending on how Mechie looked. Mechie looked good with the Jets last year. So we'll see how he looks in Carolina. But he has the measures though, money. 6'4" wide receiver, runs 4.38 40, I think it was 4.38 4.4 around there. So big fast receiver. He led the SEC in 20+ yard touchdown catches. So he's a big player wide receiver. We need a deep threat. Tetheroy McMillan is not a deep threat. He did catch a couple deep balls, but he's not a deep threat. So
what about Legette?
Legette should be our deep threat, but it's just not. It's not.
Does he play fast, or he just ran a fast 40?
He has moments where he plays fast. Like if you look at his South Carolina tape, yes, he plays fast. But with Carolina, it's not. Because honestly, a lot of times you look at Xavier, it seems like he just doesn't know what's going on. Almost as if he doesn't fully quite grasp the playbook. I'm not sure what it is, but he doesn't seem sure of himself. He doesn't have that same confidence he had himself in college. And we need to figure out what we can do to get him his confidence. Because when he has his confidence up, that's when we see them big games he has, him making those plays. So I think this year, year 3 for him. Yes, year 3 for him. He's going to finally show us something. This is the big moment, though, because like I said, a lot of people have Chris pinned in to be the starting wide receiver opposite of Tet. X got to show something. X got to show that he's still the guy that needs to start on that other side of the field. So we'll see. Fourth round, we took Willie, a corner from Texas A&M. I'm not too familiar with his game, but we did need secondary help. I've been saying it all year. We need secondary help. No matter how good anyone think J.C. Horn is, he's not playing a full NFL season. He just can't do it. It's physically impossible for him. So we need help there. A guy who I was actually shocked fell this low, Sam Heck from Kansas State center. I think he was probably one of the better interior linemen in the draft. 4-year starter, allowed 0 sacks in his college career.
That's amazing. Hey, Jay.
And I thought at first, like, maybe he was undersized. No, he's 6'4", 300. He looked good at the combine. His measurables all stack up. So he's definitely a solid piece there.
Dolphins had a guy like that too. Didn't allow any sacks, and he got to the NFL and was straight up garbage. Drafted him in the 2nd round. I won't mention his name.
Well, we took him in the 5th round. I think he has potential to really
Yes.
shock some people. I like this one a lot, though. And then we also took in the 5th round Zakee Wheatley, a safety from Penn State. He's a playmaker guy. We need safety help. I said that earlier. I would have loved to take a safety earlier, but he's 6'3". He's long rangy. He's known for getting in there and making some forced fumbles. But he is on the smaller side, man. He is on the smaller side, so that's going to be impactful in the run game. But like I said, we did need safety help, so I don't mind it. In the 7th round, we took Jackson Kawach, a linebacker from Miami, Ohio. I'm going to be honest, I never watch any Miami of Ohio football, nor will I ever watch Miami of Ohio football. So he's going to be a development piece, a late-round flyer. But he did, I want to say, lead the conference in tackles or something like that. So he could be a quality rotation player for us. And obviously we brought in a ton of undrafted free agents, though. I'm just run through them really quick. Haynes King, quarterback from Georgia Tech. Kobe Prentice, a receiver from Baylor. Malik Manga, for Coastal Carolina receiver. Albert Reese IV, offensive tackle from Mississippi State. Isaiah Glass, offensive lineman from Vanderbilt. And on the defensive side, we brought in Aaron Hall, a defensive tackle from Dookie. Isaiah Smith, edge rusher from SMU. Cam Miller, a corner from Rutgers. Jalen Guoba, a DB from Texas. Devontae Smith, a cornerback from Notre Dame. And Parker Peterson, defensive tackle for Wisconsin.
I'll say this. We do not need to sleep on UDFAs because a lot like those guys can even potentially become starters,
Yes.
depth pieces. Heck, they might even become Hall of Famers. Look at Antonio Gates.
I really like Devontae Smith from Notre Dame. He was at Alabama, ironically, with Devontae Smith. So they had two. It was he either came the year after Devontae or they were there at the same time. But they had two Devontae Smiths on the team. He ended up transferring to Notre Dame. He didn't. He kind of got lost in the sauce, but I do like him. I think he measures up good. I would say my overall favorite player outside of the 1st round pick probably be Sam, man. Sam Heck. I think he's going to do some great things. We need help in the offensive line, man. We really need help on the offensive line. And I think if you really take a step back, we clearly prioritize the trenches. We took a bunch of offensive linemen, either from undrafted free agents or our 1st round pick. And then obviously our 2nd round pick, we went defensive tackle. So we're building from the inside out. And our receiver room still needs a little help. We brought in Brazel, who will potentially be a good receiver, play that opposite side. And obviously we got some guys in the secondary. So I think we did good filling needs. I think we could have been better in certain situations. Like, I think waiting until the 4th or 5th round for what's the word I'm looking for? A need is a little late. I prefer you go in the 2nd or 3rd for the need, but they did fill a void, I guess you can say. I want to say defensive tackle is a need, not as long as we have Derek Brown there, but it was a nice void filled. Some people think receivers in need. I think DB is a little more important. I think we could have traded up to get Colton Hood. There's a lot of different directions I think we could have went for this one. But regardless of what,
you take your needs in the first
overall.
3 rounds. That's just how I feel because I'm like, after that, it's just a toss-up. Are these players going to be good?
Yeah. So, but no. So overall, the grade I'll give Carolina was a B+. I think the first round pick was a home run, and the second round pick was a home run, in my opinion.
Great.
Some people say Monroe could potentially be the best tackle in this draft. And if 4 years from now he's the best tackle in the draft, then I would say we definitely won that. And then with D, we took him. I mean, I saw his tape, bro. He pops off the tape. He's making plays left and right. I think Lee Hunter is a great pick as well. So I give him a B+. The main reason I won't give us an A or an A- is because I think we waited too late to get secondary. We went Chris Brazzell in the third round, and yeah, he'll be a good receiver, but I think we should have went corner in the third round. We should have prioritized corner or even safety. Yes, I think safety. I think safety is a bigger need than corner because regardless of which, we have Horn, and Jack Jones was decent for us last year. So I think safety is a bigger need because if not, we're going to be rolling Latham Ransom out there, and he's not ready yet. I think he could be potentially good, but he's not ready yet. But now we're still going to – it looks like we're going to be rolling him out there. We're going to start a fifth-round pick rookie over a second-year, fourth-round pick safety. Tomato, tomato. So
we got a UDFA.
That's why I couldn't give him an A.
At corner. We got a UDFA at corner.
Yeah.
And Storm Dunk, and then we got a 6th-round pick at corner that we drafted. So we might be getting toasted in the air.
Yeah, Miami's going to be an awful team. They're going to be top 3 worst team. I got them penciling as the worst team in football.
Let me ask you this. Who do you think had the best draft? Because I think me and you both agree. I like the Browns. I think you like the Browns. I like the Jets.
You like the Jets draft?
Yeah, and I ain't even.
A lot of people didn't like that Kenyon Sadiq pick.
I loved it because you're telling your new quarterback, I'm gonna give you 2 tight ends that are gonna be ballers. With we're gonna be able to run the ball. We're gonna be physical.
Because they took a tight end the second year last year with the opportunity. If I remember correctly, they could have took Bowers, but they passed on them and took a tight end in the second round just to fast forward this year. Take Kenyon Sadiq in the first round.
I think he's going to be a freak of nature for the new quarterback. What's good, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with it. I like that as well. I think it was a good pick for the Jets. But yeah, it was a lot of people that did not like the Kenyon Sadiq pick. But I think the team that won is the Browns. Can you believe it? The Browns. I think the Browns was a home run hit with every pick except for quarterback. I don't understand why you would go get Arkansas's quarterback. Especially if you already have some quarterback controversies. You could have used that pick on another tight end or receiver, especially since David Njoku's no longer with the team.
He gonna play
or improve a need. We don't know if Judkins gonna be ready by week 1. Go get a running back. Take a shot on some running back.
Yeah, Simpson. He was decent last year.
Samson, he was good, yeah, but you still want somebody to rotate in with him. He's not a 3-down back. So you could have went anywhere. So I think that's why I give them an A-, but they did it perfectly. They traded back, still got the offensive lineman that I thought that would fit what they're trying to do there. Then when they got their receiver, who I think Casey Concepcion is arguably the best receiver in this draft. I really like him a lot. I think as far as route running and separation ability and quickness, a class in his own. I think he's the best receiver in this draft. So for you to land him late in the first round, yeah, I really
like the Browns draft too, but I think the Jets were my favorite because of that. They brought in offensive talent for their quarterback. They said next quarterback, you're gonna have Garrett Wilson. You got a 1st-round pick wide receiver next to him, and he got a tight end. I forget
going in the year 2 after they experienced it. Like a lot of people who don't understand ball, like that year 2 is a difference because 1, it shows you what they learned from year 1. 2, they theoretically, it's like, okay, I experienced a year in the NFL. Whether it was good, bad, or indifferent, I know what to expect. I know how to handle it, what's going on. And that's why we see so many of these young kids do that year 2 jump. Or we'll see some of them who quite don't figure it out yet, and they go through that year 2 slump. But so year 2 and 3 are very important because if you're 2 years in the league, I mean, we got an idea what kind of player you are. This is your year to really show us, like, nah, this is what I'm really like.
Mm-hmm.
Because those superstars, they pop right away.
Year 3, if you still like how you looked in year 1 and 2, hey, you ain't gonna be nothing different. Yeah, and let's just call it what it is. The superstars a lot of times step onto the field looking special.
Yeah,
there's been a few that haven't, like Patrick Mahomes, really was sitting out, but year 2 they usually pop
Yeah,
off
they
the
jump
screen.
off the screen. Year 2, he popped. The only people who really make an impact is those rookie wide receivers going to an abysmal team. Like Jez when he got drafted by the Vikings. They had nobody there. So who else they going to throw the ball to, you know? So
That's
I
true.
think with Kenyon Sadiq being the clear starting tight end for the Jets, I'm hoping that Geno has a bounce back and he's serviceable. If not, the Jets will be picking top 3 with a new head coach next year, and that receiver is going to be licking his lips. Whoever that quarterback is, he's going to be licking his lips because he's going to have Brees Hall in the backfield, Kenyon Sadiq at tight end, Cooper at receiver, and Garrett at receiver. The offense is going to be set. And if Bailey is as good as we think he's going to be, the Jets are a scary team next year, bro.
Yes. Yes, they will be. So I'll say I get a Jets A. I think with their 3 first-round picks, they really hit. They had to get a different receiver besides Garrett Wilson because they brought in a tight end, I think, because they're tired of Garrett Wilson getting double teamed.
Yeah.
They wanted to help Garrett Wilson out. So they brought it. They were like, Garrett, we're going to bring out offensive talent for you. And
you
they
know
say
who
Geno.
Cooper's NFL comparison is, right?
Who?
Debo Samuels. Because when he was in college, he did a lot of that gadget stuff. He was in the backfield getting carries. He was getting screen passes. He was running Wildcat. So, yeah.
Okay.
The biggest question is health. Can he stay healthy?
We have the scene, but I'm going to say the Jets, if I'm a quarterback, I want to go to the Jets.
Yeah.
Moore, low-key Moore missed out because I think because his rookie year, he'd have walked on the field with Brees Hall, another receiver, and Kenyon Sadiq.
The team would have lost Bailey, though, because, I mean, you would have took Moore with the second pick. Bailey goes somewhere else.
Hey, do you know what's funny? Moore still could probably go to the Jets. That'd be hilarious.
That is funny. They is still on the board because the Jets definitely are going to be a bad team. They just don't have the quarterback play yet, I think, and that's going to really hold them back. And we're also going to see how good this defense looks with Bailey.
You know what I would do, Jay? If I was an NFL GM and the Jets had a high pick and Moore was on the board, I'll tell them make Moore go to the Jets because that's where he should have went anyways, and make him deal with it. Oh, he tried to
get
run
a new
from
head
it.
coach, that's for sure. So
hey, Jay, he tried to run from it. Nah, bro, you're gonna have to go back there. So yeah. So you ready for this NBA playoffs talk, man?
Yes, I'm
Your
ready.
Magic.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the East first because your Magic, they play.
No, bro,
tonight.
we're gonna save the best for last, bro. We saving the best for last. We can start in the East though. First up, we're gonna talk about the Cleveland Cavs and the Raptors. Cleveland leads 3-2. Raptors are underdog in this game by 4.5. I ain't gonna lie, man. With it being such a strong chance of Brandon Ingram bringing out this game money, they finna lose, bro. Okay, James Harden's played okay for the most part, but he will eventually go full James Harden, which is where he melts down. And me and you talked about it. I don't know if it was on the pod or not, but James Harden, I don't think he doesn't care about winning, as some people may try to label him. I think he wants to win so bad that he gets nervous and anxious, and he becomes a shell of himself. To where we've seen one of the most infamous James Harden sightings where he's wide open, get the 3, and he doesn't shoot it. James Harden was a 39% three-point shooter that year. Why is he not shooting a wide open 3? So I think he wants to win so bad that he just kind of buckles under the pressure and it gets to him.
Okay. I'm picking Cavs. I think Cavs win. They're playing at 7:30 tonight. I'm picking Cleveland. I don't think the Raptors have enough to beat them.
No. And quickly, I want to say, yeah, quickly's out too. So he's for certain now. Brandon Ingram's questionable, but I think he's not going to play. And if he doesn't play, that one's over.
Brandon Ingram playing, bro. Gorilla going to be on the sideline, man.
It's confirmed he's playing?
No, I was just saying that's a joke.
Next up, we have the Lakers playing the Rockets, Game 6. Lakers lead 3-2. Rockets are the favorite by 3.5. Fun fact,
picking
LeBron
Rockets.
James. Huh?
I'm picking Rockets.
Really?
Yes.
LeBron James has never lost a 3-0 lead in his career. A series that he has a 3-0 lead, In
I don't
his
care about none of that.
20-some year career, he's never lost it. He's
I
never
don't care
lost.
about none of that, bro. He don't have Luka next to him, and this ain't young LeBron.
Yeah,
He's
I got
still dominant.
I got him end of the night. I ain't trying to hear that. The Lakers gonna end the night, and you know how they gonna end it, bro? It's gonna be a blowout, bro. Because you know why? Because the Rockets are an awful team without Kevin Durant.
KD gonna be on the sideline coaching them boys up, and they're gonna
KD
win it.
don't like them boys. Did you forget that part?
They're gonna win it. It's going
He said he don't
hey,
like them?
it's gonna be 3-3 tonight, bro.
He said Jabari
Put
Smith
my
is
name
dumb.
on it. Put my name on it. It's gonna be 3-3 tonight.
No boys gonna get blown out the water. I got the Lakers in blowout fashion, man. It's not even gonna be close. And now the most important game: Orlando versus Detroit. Orlando leads 3-2. This is the matchup we wanted because I know we'll beat them, and we're gonna end tonight. It's gonna be all black. It's gonna be like Money walking in with a shiesty on. It's gonna be all black. It's gonna be all black in Orlando. All right, blackout game. We lost a close game 5, but I believe we end tonight. And no Franz, no problem. You know why? Paolo dropped 45 last game. How is he gonna follow it up with another 40 ball? Go ahead and mark it down. You heard it here. Paolo gonna follow it up with another 40 ball, and we're gonna get them Pistons out of there. You know what they saying? Know what they're saying is in Detroit? They say Detroit versus everybody. Well, right now it's Orlando versus everybody. Go on, say what you got to say, man.
I'm picking y'all to win. I think if you all go back down 3-3, it gets real crucial. I mean, go back tied 3-3 is a real crucial game 7. I don't think that Orlando's going to let that happen.
Of course not. We're going to end it in our house. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it popping. Paolo going to go out there and drop another 40 piece. And then we're going to have to call Dash and be like, Franz who? Where's Franz when you need him? Dude been hurt for 90% of the year.
Hey, we got to also talk about one more game.
What up?
The Celtics and 76ers are tied 3-3.
Game 7.
Game 7 Saturday.
First
I don't see how
the fact that Philly forced a game 7.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you, bro. I was looking at everything and I was like, so when did the Celtics close them out? And I look, I'm like, hold on, the Celtics didn't close them boys out? Oh, shoot. This is going to be a tough one for them.
Playoff P.
Yeah.
Paul George coming up doing his thing, man.
That'll be ridiculous, y'all. Come out there and beat the Celtics.
They said it was a world that exists that one of my favorite sports shows, they said, you know, there's a world that exists that we get a Raptors and Orlando Eastern Conference Finals. And his co-host said, oh, God, that would be awful. And I'm like, if y'all don't take that disrespectful tone out y'all voice, first of all, if we play the Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, money, we sweeping them boys. I mean, what are we talking about? They are terrible. And if they somehow beat Cleveland, you know what happened if they beat Cleveland? I mean, James Harden melting down. And sadly, Donovan Mitchell, his 50 points wasn't good enough. You know, he has the most scored points in losses in playoff NBA history. He has more losses scoring 40 or more points than any other player in NBA history in the playoffs.
Wow, it's crazy. Is this guy scoring 42?
No, he's usually good. That's the thing. Donovan Mitchell is actually historically is really good in the playoffs. But he just don't win. He just don't win. He never had the team around.
And he has James Harden this time. No excuses, bro. Go ahead and do what you got to do.
You gave up Garland for Harden, which I think was a horrible decision. And we're going to see. We're going to see when Harden crapped the bed. And another one, man, how do you feel about the Suns in OKC? That playoff's been over for 2 months now, but what do you think of that?
4-0. We already knew what was going to happen, bro.
Yeah.
We knew that they were going to be done. I didn't think the Wolves were going to beat on the Nuggets. I thought the Nuggets were going to beat the Wolves, especially since Anthony Edwards is hurt. And then we got the Spurs and Blazers. We knew that wasn't going to be any type of series. And then the Knicks and Hawks, we knew the Knicks were going to easily win that one.
The Blazers was admirable.
Yeah, I agree.
And the Hawks was, I mean, bro, the Hawks got a guy on their team that me right now, money, is a better offensive player than. Like, he is so bad on offense, bro. He reminds me of that dude that's played football his whole life, and you ask him to play basketball. Great defender. League best. Should win the DPOY at one point in his career. That's how good of a defender he is. But as good as he is on defense, he's terrible on offense, money.
No way, bro. Ain't no
he is so, it makes no sense for an NBA player to be that bad on offense. He'll dribble the ball off his foot. He shot 4 air balls in one game. It's like, bro, you can't be this bad on offense, bro.
It's not possible.
How'd you make it this far being this bad on offense? Great defender, though, but you're not going to win games with him. People are going to leaving him open. They're going to give him the freaking 08 LeBron treatment.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, that Knicks game was crazy too after that blowout. Did you look
Yes, I seen that. I seen like they were making fun of the score. That's how bad it was, bro.
Let me see if I can pull up it's not even the point scored. I want you to hear the plus minus money. The plus minus from that game was bonkers. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to just go through everybody. OG Anunoby, plus 42. Josh Hart, plus 35. Karl Anthony Towns, who had a triple-double, by the way, plus 35. Mikal Bridges, plus 40. Jalen Brunson, who's very clearly the worst defender on the New York Knicks, plus 41. Jordan Clarkson, coming off the bench, plus 22. Jose Alvarado, coming off the bench, plus 12. Miles McBride, off the bench, plus 13. Mitchell Robinson put up a triple single, plus 29.
Jason,
like,
triple single,
bro.
That's hilarious.
That was so bad, bro. That was like a regular season game on a Tuesday night that nobody was watching.
It does. It seems like that, bro.
That's embarrassing for them boys to lose like that, man. Did you see Nightcap where Joe Johnson was talking to Ocho?
No, I didn't see that.
He said that he's like, you know what, bro? He's like, I can take a loss, but there's a difference between when you lose and you get your ass kicked. When you get your ass kicked like that, I don't care about basketball no more. I want to fight. So no, Ocho, you're not getting your money. If you want your money, you're going to have to give them blood. Because apparently they made a bet. They made like a $700 bet. And Ocho's like, you got my money, Joe? He's like, you're going to have to come fight me for your money. That's how I feel about that game. And then Chad was like, well, they shouldn't eject the guys at the end. He's like, the game over. They was down 30-some points. I don't want to play basketball no more. I want to fight. I'm feeling like this Zell. I'm leaving with something. It was bad, man. That's such a bad loss.
That is, bro. Anything else you want to talk about regarding basketball, bro? Or you know, the Knicks.
Hopefully, Wemby comes back full strength. The Spurs didn't miss a beat without him, which is good, but they definitely gonna need him if they want to win the ship.
I agree. They're gonna definitely need him. So we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate you all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate everybody. And we're going to continue to do this podcast every week, you know, while we have time and everything. And we're going to welcome new members to the family.
Yes. And we're going to try to keep it on the weekends. I start a new job next week, so it's going to be wonky with my schedule. But me and Money going to make it work. We're going to definitely try to do our best to still get these lives out to you guys weekly. If you haven't seen our new segment, We Don't Know Ball, please go check it out. It's 3 episodes up right now. The first 2 did great. This third one's doing pretty well too. If you want to see us continue that, go hit that like button. It means a lot to us and we appreciate it. And it tells us that you like the segment as well. But that's all I got, man. I'm Jay Safety, aka Two Wavy Jason.
I'm F Money and Money for short. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.